The gameplay trailer for the PS4 exclusive Spider-Man game is packed with comic book references and lots of new web-slinging moves. Here are the coolest things we found that you need to know. Let's start with the main villain that was featured, Mr. Negative. Peter Parker knows him as Martin Lee, a philanthropist who runs the local soup kitchen. But Lee has a split personality that manifests itself as Mr. Negative, who is super strong and can heal super fast, and can emit electric negative energy that he can turn into swords. His goal? To use his gang of nearly invulnerable inner demons to become Chinatown's kingpin of crime. But of course, we know there's already a kingpin in New York City, Wilson Fisk, who appears to be operating his criminal empire from prison and is fighting a turf war with Mr. Negative. You'll also spot a sign for Fisk Construction, showing that he appears to be a normal businessman to the public, but we know better than that. Here's another sign for the Daily Bugle, where Peter Parker works as a photographer, although in the comics when Mr. Negative appears, Peter has moved on to work as a scientist, so maybe you'll see some career growth in this game. But the sign that left us shook is the one that says Norman Osborn for mayor, meaning we can expect to see Spider-Man's most maniacal enemy, the Green Goblin. Now remember, Marvel Games creative director Bill Roseman said they're telling new stories that aren't adapting any particular comic books, so we're getting new spins on familiar villains. Even the suit is brand new and unique to the game, to emphasize that this is an original take on Spider-Man for the PS4. But that doesn't mean there aren't signature Spider-Man elements like web combat and some slick acrobatic moves. There's also Spider Sense, which seems to work just like the alert and dodge and attack system in the Batman Arkham games. That's not to say this is an Arkham game with a Spider-Man skin. We see a bunch of stuff that's on brand for Spider-Man. He's heroic and funny, making sure to save civilians while taking down bad guys, and making sure to squeeze in a joke while doing it. New to his arsenal is this web trap that sets a motion sensor and, when triggered, fires a web to take out an enemy. Well, here's Spidey talking to Police Captain Yuri Watanabe, who is an ally of his from the comics, who helps in the fight against Mr. Negative, and eventually becomes a superhero called Wraith. While we can't say for sure, the presence of a minimap makes us think this will be an open-world game, not unlike the fan-favorite Spider-Man 2 game from 2004. No word yet on pizza delivery missions. And finally, we get the mother of all stingers with the appearance of Miles Morales. He's the half-black, half-Hispanic Spider-Man from the alternate Ultimate Marvel Universe who gets spider powers and takes over in a red and black costume after Peter dies. He actually came over to the main Marvel U and now works to defend New York City while Peter is off stopping crime across the globe. Miles has two extra spider powers, the ability to activate natural camouflage and a venom shock ability to stun enemies. We don't know yet if he'll be playable in the game, but if he is, then he'll definitely have a different playstyle than Peter. For more on Spider-Man on PS4 and E3 2017, keep it here on IGN.